Yeah, let's take a look at what happened on NASDAQ yesterday. It was a big drop yesterday. It was a big drop. I'm going to show you what happened and how I took the sell yesterday. All right. Trust me, you have a lot to learn from this video. All right. So let's look at high time frame first. Let's look at 4 hour time frame. So here after NFP, right, price pushed up, right? Giving us this inversion fair value gap. This has been happening actually for quite some time now. Price will go up and come down, take out the low, go back up, all right? So we had this inversion fair value gap, right? After price pushed. That's telling me that we're going to continue going higher. But where I wanted to take the buy from was from this fair value gap. This is usually my rule, right? This is usually my rule. I want to trade off this fair value gap, whereby I want this fair value gap to respect if price wants to continue going higher. If this fair value gap disrespects, I'm no longer looking for buy. That is my rule. Especially if this 6 a.m. candle close below this inversion fair value gap. Sorry, this fair value gap. I want to use it as an inversion. And that was a sell that I took yesterday, which where did I? Yeah, this was a sell. This was inversion fair value gap. Price disrespected it. I was looking to buy off here, right? I was looking to buy off here, but that didn't happen. I took a buy. Price pushed a little bit and came back and took me out after taking like little profit, took me out. I'd be like, okay, fine, cool. Let's go for this. If price close here with that candle. So it happened and I took this out. Then price continued dropping lower. All right. So let me go back to the chart. Let me show you some more stuff. So now price closed here. Let's go on lower time frame. Let me show you how you can catch a trade like this. All right. So because yesterday let me see. Okay, let's go on 5 minutes. Okay, so here you can see this was it. You can see price as soon as New York section opened, price just continued dropping. There was no manipulation, nothing. The only manipulation that I saw yesterday, because I like to see a sweep. If you mark out this 8:30 a.m., you will see that price swept this liquidity here, which was where I took some of my buy profit. I was targeting this high, just this high. This was the high that I was targeting. I was targeting this high, but price didn't get there. And it started dropping. What I wanted to see in price was that if we're going to sell, we take out this high, sweep out all these early sellers. But yesterday, early sellers won yesterday. So I wanted price to sweep out all these early sellers, then we start dropping. So, but that didn't happen, which was fine. You know, every day can't be clean. Every day can be clean. But one thing for sure is that market will always tell you what it wants to do. As soon as you start seeing price started disrespecting those 4-hour PDRAs, you don't have to keep looking for those buys anymore. You don't have to keep looking for those buys. So here, after price closed inside here, what I did was that I went on a 5 minutes time frame. Price reacted back to, because this now turned to inversion fair value gap, right? Turned to inversion fair value gap, which I changed it to this color. This is my inversion fair value gap color. Turned to a resistance, because fair value gap is also a support and resistance, right? You can also use it for support and resistance. So you can see price came here. So I used my entry model, which is the inversion fair value gap. Again, if you look here, we have the inversion fair value gap and we have the fair value gap. So, and we had something below here, which is 4-hour order block. So I just target that 4-hour order block to see. So this was my entry. I was targeting the 4-hour order block. It was somewhere here. So you see, it was a nice risk to reward, but I usually don't look at risk to reward. I usually don't look at that. This was my trade yesterday. This was my trade. So this is how you could have caught the sell, but the sell kept on dropping. It kept on dropping, whereby I saw more entries for sell, but I didn't take that. So if you look at 15 minutes, all right, let's say you didn't take this trade on 5 minutes. Another way that you can catch it on 15 minutes is that after price reacted to this inversion fair value gap, we had this order block here, right? We have this other block. So if price wants to continue going lower, it shouldn't disrespect this other block. So then price came back to it. I saw that happen. By then I already closed my trade. Then price reacted to it and kept on dropping. So for those that, I don't even know how I'm gonna say this, but what I would tell you is that, right? Once it's New York section, right? Because let me tell you this thing. Right? This is gonna help you a lot. For those that are not in my mentorship, right? Let me tell you one thing that price does on NASDAQ, right? What NASDAQ does is that there will be this other block or fair value gap or an old high or old low on 4 hour, right? Let's see, we might have an old high or okay, let's say this is the old high, this can be the old low here, right? Then we can have, maybe this would be other block, fair value gap, whatever, that is in the middle, right? What price usually do? This thing happen every day. I'm giving you out this thing. I'm just giving it out to you. You can add it to your high time frame and see how it works, right? So actually, I'm making this video for my group, but I'm gonna share it on YouTube so that you guys can also benefit from it. All right. So what usually happens is that, let's say price might be trending, right? This was what happened yesterday. We broke below this, use it to retest and go for this. Number one scenario. All right. Or price will react to this, then go for this. All right. Number two. Go and look at your chart. There's a lot of things that repeats. There's a lot of things that repeats on lower time frame or higher time frame. This thing is one of the things that repeats on higher time frame. All right. So our price will do this. Go here, slam maybe to this. All right. To this, maybe play around here. Maybe the next day it will continue or whatever. Or the next day there will be something that will support price to wherever it wants to go to. Or price might start off somewhere here, take this out, go like, at least these things happen every day. Mark out those levels and see how price react to them. There's something that I'm drawing out on my book, right? This have to do with lower time frame. This high time frame, I already know it in my head. This have to do with lower time frame, how price usually move, what they choose. Because once they choose it, they'll be like, okay, this is what we want to do today. They will do that thing. They will do it, right? So let's say, just like yesterday, you can see the one that happened yesterday. Okay, let's actually go back a little bit. Let's go back a little bit. Let me go on 4 hour. Let's go back a little bit. Just with 3 minutes, let me show you some other stuff that happen. On this day, what can you see here? We swept this low. On this day, we swept this low. On this day here, what can you see? Price, what time was this? New York section. Price came down into what? Into this. There's a PDRA here, or we can use this one. We can use this gap. Okay, we can use this gap as a fair value gap because okay, price came and fill up this. They must do something. And where did we get to? Back to the highs. Okay, go back and look at what they do every day. Here, we fill up this fair value gap. And back to where? Back to this high. On this day, we took out this low. Price took out this low. And back to where? It came back to the point of interest here. Then the next day, they used this point of interest. Price came back to this. Then sent price higher. Yeah, they didn't take out this high on this day. But on the continuation, it took out the high. I want to argue if you want, that's your own problem, but I'm showing you something that repeats every day. This is it on the high time frame. So yesterday was price disrespecting this. That's why I like to pick the last fair value gap. So for those that don't know how to use fair value gap, always pick out that last one, especially when there's this huge manipulation, when there's a big run, not when price is playing around, when there's a big push. So how you want to know if it's manipulation? Once we start disrespecting that fair value gap, it could be a manipulation. So you take notes of it All right. So here now, it could be that they want to bring price back down here because we swept the high, right? And you can see 4 hour, it's actually showing you what it's showing you. Or maybe they want to bring price back to this level here. All right. So I'm going to mark this like this instead and see how they trade this. I'm not actually chasing this price. I'm not chasing this because weekly it's still bullish for the meantime. It's still bullish. So I wouldn't be like, because the price is moving quickly, I want to, no. Chill out. There will be a pullback. They've not done anything today yet. Or if today it's gone, cool, fine, let it go. Let it go. All this liquidity, I want to see them take out all this trend line liquidity here. All this trend line liquidity. All this trend line liquidity. Then we want to see how price trade into this weekly order block. We want to see how price trade into this weekly order block. Then cool, fine, we can go with that. So yesterday, I hope you guys learned something from yesterday. I hope you learned something from this thing that I showed you just now. So let's see what wants to happen. And as you can see, this seemed to be the weekly week, the week on the weekly. So yesterday I thought it was going to be this, but it was all a manipulation to the upside. I thought it was going to be this, but now we're seeing this again. This week has been up and down until Thursday. You see, this is the reason why I don't do the Monday this will happen, Tuesday this will happen, because you don't know which day this it will happen. Some will say, okay, when Monday low gets swept, the rest of the week will continue going higher, or when Tuesday low gets swept, whatever. This was Monday low. Monday high even got swept, Monday low got swept too. And they shoot price up and go down. Just the best thing for me, because I can't tell what the best thing is for everybody. For me, what I think is that you just want to come into the chart and see what is going on. Then you trade according to the current order flow. If you were bullish and they disrespect those points of interest, you can use it as an inversion. If it was a support, you can use it as a resistance if it break through. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. I hope this thing was recording. Okay. All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. So right now, what I should be looking at now. We didn't have. There was a fair value gap here that I was actually looking at to see if it will remain open. I'm not sure price tested it. Okay, it didn't get tested yet, but this is already showing me momentum. You can see price didn't get back here, we didn't get back here, we didn't get back here. This is a really big momentum in the market. So as soon as once price open, let's see how this closes. We still have 2 hours. This might still push back up. So I'm just gonna leave this my chart like this first for the meantime. Gonna leave this my chart. No, of course I'm deleting all these things. So it's gonna be like this for now. It's gonna be like this for now. Then let's see if they want to pull back price up here. And again, I think tomorrow is NFP. Oh, it's today. It's today. Today is NFP. So let's see what they're trying to do. If they want to send price down here, we want to send price down here to continue going up. So you can see how my setting is. They've taken out this low. So price is likely going to pull back up if they want to. This is not a nice place to sell from. You understand? This is not a nice place to sell from. You want to wait for a pullback before selling. So I would like to see if NFP wants to push price to this fair value gap, because that's what is open for now. You want to push price, what the fuck? If you want to push price to this level, right? Or if they want to take price up here, then push. I don't know what will happen yet, but we will see how 4 hour close, right? We'll see how the 4 hour close. You can see this is where I took the sell from yesterday. This is my chart actually. So let me take out this so it will be cleaner for you guys. So this is how I've been following price. You understand? You can see what I was marking out there. So when they take out those lows, I know that okay, price is likely going to go back up higher. And we came for this during FOMC. FOMC, this was the one that they used for FOMC. They used this other block and the low together for FOMC. This was the low that they manipulated during FOMC. So you just pay attention to this thing. It repeats, especially on a high time frame. For those that know me very well, I've been so deep into high time frame. You understand? Into high time frame. So there's things that repeat on the high time frame. There's things that repeat on the lower time frame. So when you match them up together, you'll be able to get like a good result. All right. So enjoy the rest of your day. I know I've said that before. It doesn't matter. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah.